Alright guys, so I've gotten this far. Taking out the 4.6 2 valve transmission. Sold it with a computer and harness and everything. I don't need any of that. It looks like that is going to be in the way. I hope not. The 4.6 valve cover was about right here. So, I mean, if the Coyote comes up about right here, I'm not too worried about it. I hope it don't mess anything up. I need a new radiator. AC compressor, I left it there because it's gonna go back on that, along with the power steering pump and the reservoir. I don't know where I'm gonna mount that to. You know, do something about that sound deadening carpet. I don't know what. I don't know how that stays up there. No clue. That is, I don't know if anybody knows what that is. I don't know if I can use that as a return. The fuel line is down there. That one right there, that's the fuel line. That's the pickup one that brings fuel. That one, I don't know what that does. That one connects into there, and then there was a vacuum line from there to the plenum on the 4.6. I don't know. Hoping that the control pack can mount to that same bracket so it looks stock. Know what I'm saying? As far as the motor goes, sorry, excuse the mess. I just got through doing everything for this sucker. So far, put the crank pulley on, ARP balancer bolt, tensioner by PBH. That pulley doesn't come up. Well, if you buy a new timing cover, it does not come with that. That's wide enough for a 6 rib. 6 rib belt. This, I took it off of this tensioner, the old one I had. I don't know, maybe you guys, if you buy an F-150 engine and have to change the timing cover, well, timing cover you buy does not come with that pulley right there. So this tensioner is the one that goes there. Flipped it over, took it off, bolts right up. So you save money there. Budget. This is all budget. This, steel, eBay, NA kit. It works for the supercharger, I guess, or the VMP or the Roush. Same kit you use. So, bought it off eBay. Some guy bought it, didn't use it, went another route or something like that. Alternator, just got that. Just bought it. It's off a 2.7 Eco Boost. If you're gonna use, I don't know, guess this alternator. I don't know, the 5.0 alternator are the same. The only difference is, see this? For this one, on the 5.0, I think it's mounted right here. And then this connector's up here somewhere. But, as long as you have a connector and a damn positive lead, you're all good. As long as you have that and the connector, you're mucho bueno. I did have to, I don't know if you can see in there, right here my finger's at. Let me see if I can get a light for you guys. Hopefully this thing doesn't freak out. Alright, you can see way better right there. You see in there, I grounded that. You got to grind that in order for this thing to go all the way around, and that one too. See there? Ground it. Right in there. Right there. You gotta grind that one. And you gotta grind there. Right here. Just so that this can do the radius around the alternator, so that this one, the one that bolts to the alternator, and this one meet. And then there's a little trick. This one didn't want to go in, this little spacer, because his nut was too far in. So it stuck out. So I just hit it in with the ball peen hammer inward, and it popped out. You can see how much it popped out. And then once you tighten it, this one, you should be good. It tightens it all up, all the way it needs to be. Water pump, I used a 3 bolt instead of 4 bolt. I guess a Mustang has a 4 bolt. No clue. So far so good. I got the power steering bracket, power by the hour. Muchos gracias, brochachos, for making that. This as well. And then those babies right there. This one. And this one. Mucho good. Motor mounts are in place as well. So, I took the plates off of the 4.6. Painted them. I wire brushed them with the wire wheel on a grinder. Painted them with an epoxy paint. I don't know what that is, but it sounded strong, so I went for it. And then that, I bought it. Bought those, I don't know where. Don't matter. But passenger side takes 2 studs. Driver's side takes that one stud and that big bolt right in the middle. See that? So it did the same for that plate. It bolts right on off of 4.6. Goes right on that baby. And then you just gotta bolt these mounts onto that plate before you put the plate on the block. So that's all good. I'm going to try to drop this sucker in. Took off the intake because I had trouble taking off the 4.6 with the intake on there. I know they make a plate, but I don't think I want to order it and wait till I get it. So I'll probably just jerry rig something here. I don't know, I'm looking at what I got. I don't know, I'd have to think. If not, I'll just probably put the stock cast manifolds on, tie them back up, and bring it down. Because this stretches a lot, so I need clearance to pick it up enough to put it in with the hood. Because I don't really want to take off the hood, because I don't want to misalign everything. But so far, she's all good. So you guys can see, she's pretty much assembled. Still haven't ordered the intake. It'll be a while. I did put the timing chain this morning. I mean the timing cover down here where it meets the oil pan to the block and the timing chain cover. Put a dab of silicone. I got this sucker right here, ultra black, maximum oil resistant. Of course, you're trying to block oil from leaking, so it was pretty straightforward. I mean, common sense. Jesus. Right here, same thing, dab, and then at the bottom of the head, where the head meets the block, and then the timing cover meets there too, dab, and then a dab all up in here, right there. The head meets the block, timing chain cover meets the block and the head. So right there. Same thing on this side. Let me see if I can find it. It's down in there, right there, and up top, right here, valve cover, head, timing cover. Same thing on this side, and on the bottom as well. Now you're gonna have leaks. See that? Right there. You're mucho bueno. That's pretty much it. I'm still debating if should throw it in or not, because I want to put a windage tray in it. Since this is an F-150 engine, it doesn't have a windage tray. I don't know, you lose 2 horsepower. OMG. If you go boosted, you gotta worry about 2 horsepower. That's all I can think of as of now. Oh, I did have to trim the timing cover. So I know I showed you guys in the video. Alright, you see that on this side? That's where I trimmed it. Well, you don't really need to trim that side as much. You need to trim this one too. Right there. So if you're looking at the timing chain cover, it has this ridge, right? So you need to trim from here to here. And then this is a little fin, just like this one. Comes down. And you trim from there to this fin. So you're basically trimming this and this. So this one I just trimmed about from here, I'd say about a finger's width. My finger at least. Yeah. Go about halfway, and I just did kind of like a U. So I just didn't make a square, didn't make any, just made a little circumference in there. And this one I did cut out completely in a square. This one. So what I did, I just cut from here to here with a cutting disc on a grinder, and then from the bottom, just make a little incision and tap it with the hammer. Pop! Pops right off. And then you clean it up with a flapper disc, make it all nice and shiny. You should be good. So that, I got it from a guy, 70 bucks. Cheap. We made it AutoZone, tested it, it works. Clockwise. Right here is going to turn counterclockwise is my guess. Which I told the guy, can you test it counterclockwise? You know, just so I could see if it was a clutch pulley or not. Because I know the clutch pulleys are covered on the end. This one is not. You can see the stud. You know, it has like a piece of plastic or something like that covering the pulley. Harness, I'm probably not going to use a harness. For this one, I'm going to use a Mustang GT harness. This, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if we can cap this off or not. If not, I'm just probably going to cut it and then weld it. I want those little rubber caps. I had that on my 4.6 and every like 6 months. Pop! Oh shit, gotta change, gotta put another plug, buy another one, fill it up again with antifreeze. So I'm not doing that with this one. Damn, I want to throw it in. I don't know. Probably should. Get it over with. What else? Well, I did replace the crank seal. I didn't want to take the old one off. The old timing cover and reuse that. Those valve cover or the cam cover gaskets, I reused them. They were good. Still spongy. They weren't all toasted. Just give it a little extra than what the torque specs call for. So should be alright. If it leaks, well then shit, I'll just change them. They are on top of the engine. PBH bracket kit, real straightforward, man. Nothing to it at all. It seems complicated because there's a bunch of little pieces. The only thing I haven't installed is the throttle body spacer. This is to bring the throttle body up further forward so it aligns with everything, I think. So I'm going to put that until I get the other intake manifold. Yeah, so these are the old motor mounts from the 4.6 driver's side. Look at that. As soon as I picked up the engine, plop, fell out. They're filled with oil so they don't rot. So I guess, I mean, I think they've been in there since 07. So I mean, they've done good, 12 years. They're alright. And I'll use the same mounts. This is what was left. This is what was bolted to those plates. So this bolts to the plate. And just broke off. Ripped off. Transmission cable, I don't think I'm going to be able to use that because it's really, really short. Because I think it has to go that way and then turn back this way for the 6R80. I don't know how that's going to work. Unless I can make something work. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. Look. I think performance automatic? No. No. US Shift. US Shift is putting a 10R80 in a Grand Marquis. So they're making a controller for that. So I'm going to hold off on transmissions for now. If I can get a 10R80 in this sucker, I will. All I have to do is just get a control pack for a manual transmission. So it doesn't have to pick up 6R80 automatic. And the controller will control the 10R80. You know, I have a 10-speed 5.0 swap. With the 6R80, it's an iffy thing whether I want to keep 4 355s or swap to 410s. 10R80, I know I can keep the 355s. And then all I have to do is just change out the clutch packs and the locker spring. I mean, I have 31 spline diff, so I'm good there. Just put a locker in it, the new clutch packs. Should be all fine and dandy. Brand new liquid, and then I got the Ford friction modifier. I bought it off a guy for $100. 410 ring and pinion with the clutch packs, the spring, the royal purple, gear oil, friction modifier, everything. The master install kit, everything in there for $100. About a year ago. I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's the body connector, the body harness. Anybody knows anything about a body harness, how to integrate that to the control pack, please let me know. I have no clue what I'm doing there. I do have a clue. Go to the dealer and tell them, can I get a schematic for that plug and then a schematic for the connector on the control pack, and just repin everything. But if anybody has any suggestions, that would be much appreciated. Any easier way of doing it. Starter, see that battery cables, all that stuff goes down, and then it ends up right there. It's all the starter stuff. Probably keep it original. It's already hooked up to the ignition, so I will just leave it alone. Just use that. I'll have to cut the connector off the alternator. We'll go over there so you can see. So this goes on that stud. And this connector, this is a 3-prong. Oh shit, it plugs right in. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, look. 3-prong. Look at the way that thing is. Look. It's got a ridge on each side. Right? It's got a 1, 2, 3. Let's check this one out. Hey, you guys are learning something with me. Unless you already knew. Let me go by. Look at that. Connector. 1, 2, 3. 3-prong. Hell yeah. Baby. She'll work. I ain't got to do anything with that. Man, I love Ford. Look at that. I mean, they do make some things easy. Not everything. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know where it goes to. Body harness. Probably for the fuel pump and stuff like that. No clue. So it's that one. That's what I'm going to reuse. This. No clue what that is. And then this. So I just need to figure out what every wire in this, and this do, so that I can make sure my AC works and all that good stuff. I don't know how I'm going to make the AC work. Hopefully it works out just the same as the alternator. Same plug and everything. So I just got to plug and play. You got that, and then you got that connector there. And then this one right here. This is the high side. No, this is a low side. Low side, this is a high side. Right here. So that one's probably high side. Other than that, I mean, shit, everything is pretty straightforward, man. I don't see any issues with this. I mean, on the Mustangs, I know it's a lot less room. This sucker, I mean, shit, you got room for days. Look at all this, man. I can get in there. When I was taking out the transmission, I got in there. I'm probably going to take that sway bar off when I go put the transmission on, because that's going to be kind of a bitch. It has to go over that and then in, which it's kind of clearance. It's not that good. So if I can push it in, kind of up against the engine, and then raise it, and then just push it in just a little bit, so that all the lines up all nice and good like. Should be fine. Transmission cooler, I'll probably try to tap into that, so I can just reuse the same transmission cooler. Guess this one had like a tow package or something. It's got the transmission cooler already. AC is still charged. I didn't disconnect anything. That's pretty much it. I mean, shit. That's all you really need. And just the vacuum hose for the brakes. And that, I'm probably going to put a 90 on that condenser drain. Put a 90 on that somehow, so it'll face down, so air is not going in and pushing the water back in. That way it drains all nice and good, all nice and deep like. That's pretty much it, man. I'll keep you guys posted. I have to buy a radiator, of course, like I already said, and then the fans, so you hook up to the control pack. We'd be all good. If anybody knows if I can upgrade this stuff to a 4-wheel drive knuckle, put a 4-wheel drive knuckle in there with the hub, you know how it comes by itself in the rotor, because these rotors suck. They have the bearings integrated into the thing. They're like $350 each. Look, see how they're all cracked? That's on the 4.6, bro. You imagine that shit with a 5.0? Yeah, exactly. So I need there's a Willwood brake kit with $2,600. It's a lot for just the front. Calipers, rotors, drilled and slotted. They're safety tied, safety wired in the back. I don't know. But I mean, if I could do the four-wheel drive knuckle, put a hub on here, and then just the rotor, wheelwood rotor, that'd be so much better. That'd be more cost effective and budget friendly. Because this is all done on a budget, bro. Seriously. Everything I bought, like the cam phasers, the chains, all of that was secondhand. It was not brand new. The only thing I did buy brand new was the timing cover. And probably going to be the intake manifold, of course. And control pack. Transmission, motor, all that shit secondhand. The harmonic banister secondhand. PBH bracket, it's just so happened it was brand new, but the guy had already bought it, so secondhand. Alternator secondhand. Everything. The cams, I mean they're brand new, but they're $100 each. I paid $400 for all 4 cams, intake and exhaust. The phaser kit for Ford Racing is $500 and something. I bought it off a guy for like $200, for $250 actually. Phasers from Ford Performance. It's off a crate engine, illuminator crate engine. I mean, it worked beautifully. Everything aligned, everything worked. MMR oil pump gears, MMR crank sprocket. This is gonna be a beast. And then this truck, I think it weighs like 4,500 pounds, which is what about a crew cab weighs. A 4-door, full weight, 2-wheel drive truck weighs, or a 4-wheel drive. No, a 2-wheel drive truck. That's what a 2-wheel drive 4-door 15 aluminum body weighs. Is what this bitch fucking weighs. Is fat cow, single cab, cab and a quarter actually, 2-wheel drive. We'll see if we can drop some weight. And if anybody knows anything about suspension, like what I could do with suspension, like a badass suspension to hook like in the front and the back, please let me know. Like a tubular control arms, bottom and top, something cool, a spindle, you know, some badass adjustable shocks, you know, that aren't gonna make my ride height higher. Tell me it'll keep it stock, just as stock, but I want like a performance suspension, you know, tubular upper control arm, tubular lower or something. That's not that bad because I mean it's aluminum, it's light. But I sure as hell need to try to get down the weight on this. On this, make a tubular. Been looking at the tubular ones from Uniball, I think, or something. I don't know. But I need something better than this because this suspension really sucks. It's real soft, but I think it's too soft. I don't know. Maybe because I'm used to this baby right there. This, I got to fab something up to hopefully make that fit. Transmission cross member. Fan off the 4.6. Don't need that shit. So this goes this way. I don't know. I might be able to punch these out. One of these. Because I know 6 already has a mount goes this way and then one bolt goes down. So let's drill this sucker out and call it good. I mean, I got all the space. All the space. Look at that. The F46, the 470 mounted right there. So I'm pretty sure this one's centered. I think the 6 already is centered. I don't know, my wife's truck's not here, so I can't verify that. I don't know, I might do some test fit with the engine tonight. It did get cooler. Got cloudy. It was fucking hot earlier. But I don't know, coming around. She's coming around. Let me know what you guys think, and any heads up. You Mustang New Edge swappers, and if anybody's done this to a newer F-150, let me know. Hit me up, see what's going on, see what you guys did. Tricks of the trade. I lucked out. Power steering pulley 6 rib. That's 6 rib. Don't gotta change any of that. Everything else 6 rib, baby. So should be golden. Well, guys, all right, I'll leave her there. You guys take it easy and have fun.